Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. Everton versus Leicester City in the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup at Goodison Park. Duncan Ferguson has been confirmed in charge for this game. Could be his last one.
Could be.
Who knows? Who knows?
Big Carlo.
Lots of speculation out there. Carlo Ancelotti, maybe with Arteta possibly going to Arsenal. Or it could happen the other way round, couldn't it? But
could be the other way round.
who knows? Arsenal officials have been seen at Arteta's house late into the night. Even their contract guy was there. So they're obviously trying to get it done very quickly, which could leave Carlo Ancelotti, left. We'll have to wait and see. As we record, we don't know. All we know is Duncan Ferguson is in charge. Yep. And hopefully what that creates is, number one, an atmosphere to quarter-final at home against Leicester City. Do you know what I mean? I've got to give it the big ones. And what it also, hopefully what we see on the pitch is 100% commitment. No idea who's going to be playing. No idea what the team's going to be by then.
We should have Sigurdsson and Sidibe, you'd expect, would be fit.
No, though, do you?
Illness.
I know, but if it's what, I don't know what kind of it could be like the norovirus, couldn't it?
Yeah.
For all we
maybe.
know.
I mean, you'd like to think those two would be back in the squad. Probably Dean won't be.
No, Duncan
looks like a couple of weeks, doesn't it? So he won't be. You'd expect Anthony Gordon to keep his place in the squad.
I think it was in the squad on Sunday, wasn't he, as well?
Anthony Evans.
He was on the side, so.
On standby, yeah. Of course you've got to.
No.
I mean, Cuca Martina was.
He's a senior player, isn't he?
Was warming up, so.
He's a senior player.
But yeah, listen, it's a home game. That's all you can ask in the cup competition.
It's a cup game, isn't it? And that's what that's all you can ask for is the crowd to create an atmosphere, the players to go out there. Listen, Leicester have been fantastic this season. They drew at the weekend, and hopefully Duncan will be watching the videos to see what Norwich did or whatever to stop them getting a win. And listen, Leicester have been really good this season. Brendan Rodgers has gone in there. He's instilled his ethos on them. I mean, he did that last season. I think they work really hard as a team. I think Jamie Vardy, with him, they've got a leader who shows everyone else how hard you've got to work. Because he's worked, not only does he work hard in the games, he's had that steeliness, obviously, most of his career, coming from non-league, going through the leagues and going into the Premier League, becoming a Premier League winner. And he's still got it now, even though he's getting older. He's still got it. He's got that determination, and I think that drives everyone else on. Because I think what it does is, for them certainly, it says to their players that we've always got a chance to score with Vardy, because he's just one of those players, isn't he? He's one of those players who hates not scoring. He scored that goal to make it 9-0 against Southampton, and he celebrated like you know what I mean? I love that. I love that about footballers, certainly, and he's got that. So it's a tough game, but we've just got to have the same mindset as we have in the last couple of games.
Definitely. I mean, listen, we were close to getting a point there the other week, weren't we? You could argue we could have gone and won the game at one stage. It was 1-0. We were 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go, weren't we, roughly? So space in behind us. Make sure there's no space in behind us, and it kind of stops them in the tracks a little bit. But they do have good. Tielemans is a good player. Maddison's a good player. Harvey Barnes is a good player. They've got good attacking players. But we can get at them and cause them problems. At home, we can beat anyone at Goodison, as we proved the other week against Chelsea. And with the crowd bouncing, which they will be, dunk on the touchline, patrolling that area and encouraging. Then, once the fans see the players giving that effort, then they start then on the terraces, and it becomes a very difficult place to play then. And we've got players in that final third that can hurt teams. Richarlison, Bernard, Iwobi, Calvert-Lewin, Moise Keane maybe to come off the bench and hopefully survive longer than 18 minutes. Hopefully Sigurdsson and, like I say, Sidibe will be fit again. And then that'll give the manager something to think about. But I mean, I'd expect Holgate to play defensive midfield again, wouldn't you? After given the options that are available, I don't think they'd take him out and put Sigurdsson back in there.
Well, he is a natural. He's a natural. If anything, you would imagine you could see possibly Tom Davies going out the side and allowing Sigurdsson to come in. With Snidel not available for the next few weeks, he might just go, well, Holgate's that player. And I'm going to, certainly for Duncan, I don't know what would happen if a new manager came in. But he might just say, well, Holgate's a natural fit because he is defensive minded. He understands that. Probably understands the role. You know, you need a certain level of intelligence to just go into centre midfield, and he showed that. And maybe you just say, well, you just keep doing what you were doing. I found something that works, and we'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could see. I mean, Coleman played well at the weekend, but then if Siddeby's available again, who's been playing brilliantly, then you wonder what they do there. Maybe
it's mad the way we've got some options in some positions and none in others.
It is weird, but I mean, like I said on the final word show that we'd recorded earlier in the week, 5 central midfield players unavailable for the trip to United in one position to lose 5 players. It's berserk. I know Delph is light training again and all that, and hopefully he's going to come into the squad over the Christmas period when we need more bodies, and then we can move people around for show. But yeah, it is weird that we've got, all of a sudden we've got Tosin, Niasse, Keane, Anthony Gordon all on the bench, haven't we? Like 4 attacking players, you know, and with Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, you know, and Iwobi and Bernard in the side. So we're decent in the top end of the pitch, albeit they all need to put the ball in the back of the net a bit more than they do, but we've got good options there. So a cup game, Leicester have played 4-4-2 at times this season, and you know, they will allow, as we saw the other week, if you don't give them space behind you can get into the game.
You've got to be disciplined, haven't you? You've got to be willing to say, well, we're just going to, we're not saying we're not going to be adventurous, but it's about getting players behind the ball quickly and not having too high a line, because that's what, listen, they'd love to come to Goodison and play on the counter-attack. They'd absolutely love it. I think we've seen it at Villa last week when they beat them 4-1 now. You know, Villa
just devastating on the counter-attack.
Villa moving up the pitch. It happened to Brighton as well. You can win games without, it sounds stupid, without being too adventurous. You can, you know, you've got to just get back and get men behind the ball and then spring them. It's hard because it requires a certain amount of discipline and a lot of hard work, and obviously coming off the back of the Man United game and then, you know, going into the Arsenal game, it's and not with a bit of a depleted squad. This is where you want to just make those couple of changes, and I don't know whether we're going to be able to. I mean, it might be a case of we stick with what we got for this game, and then we can make 2 or 3 changes for the Arsenal game because we will have players back, and that's another thing. That's where it, you know, I can't imagine Duncan will look any further past Wednesday, as in what he needs to do. He will make changes. He'll make changes for this based on this one game and where players are physically. Saturday against Arsenal it mightn't even be down to him. He
can't think about that till Thursday, can you?
And with it being a cup game, a quarter-final at home at Goodison, that's a huge opportunity then. Huge opportunity. You know, and isn't that what we're in it for? Isn't that to try and win trophies? And that's the way Duncan...
It's a 90-minute game, isn't it? There's no extra time, is there? So you can almost leave everything on the pitch. You haven't got to worry about extra time. It's a penalty shootout if it's a draw. It's your opportunity to get into the semi-final. You know, you get the crowd going, you can get ahead and then keep your shape. Then you can hit these on the break because they're going to have to come out. The first goal will be vitally important because if we get it, then we can make sure we're in shape at all times, and they'll have to try and spring us, and then hopefully we can do it to them. But you know, I'd have to back the likes of Richarlison and Dom to do the business.
Yeah, and I think that's what he'll go with. He'll go with the 4-4-2 again. He's put that out now. That's his preferred way of playing. And
have you got any problem with that?
I don't have a problem with any way of playing. I don't have a problem with any way of playing. If it gets you results, then I don't see the problem. You know, I think systems are great if you've got the players to play in them. If you haven't, I don't understand why people persist with them to try and shoehorn people in. Of course, you can buy good players and you can have a way of playing and you can think this is the way it's going to work. And if you've got a system and if you've got, I think a manager, what I can't stress enough is with a manager knowing what he wants and sticking with it. And I think that's what let me down about the last manager, is that he wanted to play something, but you didn't play it. He wanted to play players, but didn't play them, or he wasn't bloody minded enough to do what he wanted. Whereas Duncan's come in and he said straight away, this is the way I'm going to play, and these are the subs I'm going to make, and it's like it or lump it, but this is what we're doing. And he straight away said, these are my players, that's my centre forward, that's whatever, you know what I mean? You want your manager to make decisions, and then you can be judged on those decisions. It's the ones, it's having the managers that just play one system or play a player, and then I've tried it now, it's gone, or don't know the best 11 or whatever. Managers need to know and need to have that way of doing things, and if you don't like it, tough. If you don't like.
Do you think if he got the job, he'd play like this all the time?
I think he'd play 4-4-2, and I think the football would evolve with having better players on the pitch. I think it's a case of sometimes when people say, listen, we've seen it, when we get the ball down and we move it and we get it wide, we look sharp and we can score goals. Are we going to play it out from the back? I can't see it. Unless it's like there's a quick one on. There's a quick one on, bang. I mean, there's a team top of the league not too far away. Don't mind going long when the opportunity arises. And then Leicester do it, Liverpool do it, Man City do it.
Ederson does it.
Ederson, there's a reason why Liverpool and Man City went out and bought the goalies, the good goalies, but also the distribution's really good as well. And if they see a quick one on,
they'll do it.
You do whatever you need to do.
Shouldn't get bogged down, should we, in ways of playing, I suppose. I think, and when we had Duncan in here, and even when we were talking off camera about how he likes to play, it was a mixture, wasn't it? Because we asked, in fact, on camera, I asked him about his style, didn't I? And when people think he'll just bang it long, and he was like, no, I like to pass the ball and keep possession of it. But that's what I was going to say. But what he's done is he's looked where we are, and he's gone, hang on, we need to get back to basics to get some points. It's great knocking it down, but we need to be able to dig in and get results when we need it, and we'll play we'll play as we develop, I suppose. And that's what's been evident, hasn't it? What I've been really impressed with is the fact of the discipline of the team, and what I mean by that is players actually doing that extra little bit that they weren't doing 3, 4, 5 weeks ago.
It can't be a soft touch. You've got to. I always listen to managers. It's funny when you're opposition managers and they always go, oh, Goodison Park's a tough place to go. And I'm like thinking, in the last few years, it hasn't been. It's been soft. Apart from, all right, Koeman had a good record, and towards the end of last season was all right. But when you think of like Martinez's last season, how many games we
lost 8 home games.
We were horrendous.
We only won 5 at home.
Because the energy and the passion had been taken out of it. And then, that's you. You've got to have people thinking. When people think of certain teams, when you look at Burnley and you go, I'm going to get a tough game. No matter what happens, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game, this. And then you look at some teams and you look at Leicester now. You build that idea in your head straight away that it's going to be a tough game, like that. They're going to get stuck into you. That I'm going to play against that Dominic Calvert-Lewin today. He might leave a bit on me or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't crowd right on top of you. It's not nice, that. It's about creating that before. And for far too long, we've just been like this team that are just too soft. And
it's mad, isn't it? Because he had Lampard talking ahead of the game, and he was like, it's a horrible place, it's like a tough place to go, and we know.
Because he knows that as a player.
So already, though, the message he's putting out is, this is going to be awkward, it's going to be hard, the crowd. And at some teams coming, and like you say, because it's been flat, probably don't have any, like Norwich would be like, oh yeah, tough place to go, but they're not thinking about it because it's a flat atmosphere, and it wasn't. Then those teams can just get into the game comfortably. Like when we played Sheffield United, it was flat.
Yeah.
The game was flat.
But that's because you're playing against teams where everyone goes, and I said this before the Norwich game when it was like, it's Norwich you know, and what sort of thing. And and if the players are just labouring around the pitch, the fans respond. I know they're not as getting the atmosphere straight away. I could feel it. I could feel
flat,
I could feel but I could feel the nervousness of it, of fans being. They knew that was like a pivotal game, whereas we won that. We were on 2 on the bounce, and then you look trying to edge away because we all were looking at December thing, and it's horrible.
Tough, yeah.
And it was like that was the pivotal game, and there was a nervousness straight away, and we let them settle, and we were just labouring around the pitch and not getting stuck in. Fans start worrying, and the more moans and groans. When it's a tough place to go, and you walk in there and go, well, we know what we're going to get today.
Battle, yeah.
Your fans respond. Like we do, whether it's like, you know, when it's like a game against one of the team in the top 6 or whatever, and that comes with, I think you get that when you have a level of consistency where you know what you're going to get every week. Under Silva, we never knew what we were going to get from one week to the next, and that's what I think it's about now, creating, and that's what Duncan's done in the 2 games. You watch the way the fans respond to him in the first game, you watch the way the away fans responded to him at the end of the game, and they're all singing his name, and you know, he's pointing over to Dominic Calvert-Lewin saying, no, applaud him, he's the one who done it for you, or whatever. And it's that we're all in this together thing, and this is the thing I always said about Silva. Not once would Silva have ever walked over to our away fans and ever just like either applauded them or got them going or something like that. And listen, there'll be people out there going up. For some people, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, but when it's like someone like Duncan, people don't mind, and that's what it's about creating. No, it's about creating relationships with your fans, whether you be players or your manager, so that you like them, so that you back them, so that there's that you feel that sense that this fella loves us or this fella gets us. You get a new manager, he's not gonna love you, but if he can understand you quite quickly and get you, and you have those relationships, it helps so much.
It buys him time as well. I think the thing is, Duncan's a big enough character to do that, and he's got enough stock with the fans to be able to do that, because you can see how much it means to him as well as us. But we'll have to, you know, like we said, he'll be utilised hopefully with the next manager anyway. But for this one, this is an opportunity for us. The crowd will be up because of that. He's not going to let the players rest, no matter which 11 start, and that's a good thing as well. Is that it's Sunday. Sunday, in some respects, was a better result than Chelsea, for the simple reason that the squad was even more depleted.
Yeah,
and I think still managed to get a performance.
Do you know what I think as well? This time of year, if you're a team doing well, you want games of football. You just want. Again, I apologise, but Liverpool have got 2 games this week. You know, and they've got
on the same day.
Well, 24 hours between them. But the point being is that when you're in form, you can't wait for the next game. And I remember, like, you know, you listen to people like from the 80s or whatever, and they're like, you're not tired when you're winning. You can't wait. You just want to get into the next game and the next game and the next game. Yeah. And it's almost about creating that of like, oh, I can't wait for this. And get that into the players as well. Not like, oh, I could do with a couple of days off. It's like, no, Wednesday. Got a cup game Wednesday. And you want to try and instill that into them so that every game, and you go, win Wednesday, like, can't wait for Saturday, you know, Arsenal. And that's the way you want your players feeling like that. And as a fan, you want to be feeling like that. So you can continue this on, you know, and that's the way we've got to be looking at it. Is it's a big cup game. You know, the players, get the players in Monday and do the, you know, give them a bit of light train or whatever it does, and it's back on it Wednesday, lads. Who's, you know, come on, who's up for it? Players like Tom Davies, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Mason Holgate, young lads who haven't been maybe playing as much, going, big chance for you this. Richarlison, big, come on. You're up for this? Are you ready to fight again? Yes, I am. You know, whoever it is, Michael.
Well, even like the likes of Leighton Baines, who hasn't been playing all of a sudden. He's got, you know, a cup game, and got 3 home games now, haven't we? This is the first of 3 home games, so there's an opportunity to really get the bounce going. Of course there is, and you know, if we could win all 3, it'd be incredible. I think that would really take us into the second half of the season, I think, with a spring in our step. 3 big victories. It'll be tough. All 3 games will be tough. Leicester are one of the most difficult. They've been brilliant this season, they have. So dangerous. But this represents, it's at home. So when you're at home, you've got to feel like, listen, you can have the edge.
We know that what we've got to do. We know that we've got to keep a deep line, got to get men behind the ball, and then we've got to try and break on them and use Richarlison, use Dominic Calvert-Lewin to get forward. Bernard or Wobie. Let the midfield just sit and give them rough them up. Make it an old-fashioned game of footy at Goodison Park. Get the crowd going. Dominic Calvert-Lewin will have no problem running around. You only have to look at the lad. Fit as anything. Run through brick wall for you. The manager is basically... What I love is Duncan has almost gone to him in the 2 games and said, you're going to be our focal point for all this. Well, he has, hasn't he? You're going to be our focal point. I want you to believe you're Everton's number 9 and what that means and go out there with the arrogance and the confidence of an Everton number 9 and go, I want this. Because if you don't want this, then it's all pointless. Take the responsibility on your shoulders and go out there and go, come on, let's have it then. Let's have it then. Let's go up against their centre-backs and say, let's have it. Because I think beforehand, he wasn't playing every week. He'd score goals, then he'd be out. Then mates have a poor game, then he'd be out the team and back into the team. You know what Duncan's challenging me is like, make yourself undroppable, and I won't drop you.
That's it, isn't it?
Make yourself undroppable, and I won't drop you. And I want you to be physical, and I want you to snap at people's heels. I want you to leave a little bit on the defender or on the goalkeeper.
Just let them know you're around. That's what it's about. Get your kit dirty, which is what I challenged him to do at half-time against Chelsea, because at the first half he was all right, second half he was brilliant. Get your kit dirty, go out and make them think. Like, because Jamie Vardy will do it to our centre-backs. You'll know you're in a game with him, whether he scores or not. And Saturday was the first time he hadn't scored in 8 games, wasn't it, or something? I think he'd had 7 on the run again. You know you're in a game with Jamie Vardy. You know. You don't come off the pitch going easy that when he's around. Whether you've won, drawn or lost, he's a nightmare because he doesn't stop running. 33 or 34, doesn't stop running. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So you have to do the same at the other end. You have to. Richarlison does it, works his socks off, but if Dom, because he's got that aerial ability and the speed as well. And I've seen, what I've liked the last couple of weeks is he's had a couple of long-range shots as well, almost as if they've said, get efforts in on goal. He had one at Old Trafford yesterday. Well, just that it went straight at the hair. Either corner, he might have been in trouble. We've seen one last week at Chelsea where he slid in, won the ball and tried to chip Kepa. So that's confidence immediately. So I have that little bit of, I've got to get more shots away in my centre forward.
Bit of arrogance.
And he can lead the line for us.
Bit of arrogance, bit of devilment. The manager's putting all his faith in you. You can see him after the game talking to him, putting his arm around him, saying, and for whatever anything else is going on, that's where you look at it and go, that's the man management that I think's been missing. I really do. I
think it's the challenge in the players. I think we've fell into a trap of almost like you'd have to mollycoddle footballers. I think, and that we've seen that with kids, which is why some kids can't take it, or some kids aren't at the level where they have to fight for everything. You've got a lad in Leicester's team who's come through non-league and got himself back in, and every year he's been challenged, he's improved. Even his first season in the Premier League, people were like, he can't do it. He got 7 goals, I think. People were like, nah, he's not good enough. Next year, he was banging them in everywhere, and the year later, he won the Premier League. So, hunting and wanting to do it, never ever settling for it. If your young players have that kind of grounding, they would get to the top level. Some would get to the top level. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a big game. I think the atmosphere will be brilliant, and it's an opportunity for both sides to get into that semi-final. So let's make sure it's us.
Let's get it done. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you looking forward to this one? Do you think we can get through to the semi-finals? No reason why not. No reason why not. 19 minutes of footy. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Click the bell for alerts so you know exactly when the videos are coming out. And if you want more great videos, join us over on Patreon. Thanks for watching. See you later.